It's AMSOIL race recap time. The Taylor and Martin Inc. Snocross National presented by TDS Trucking has come to a close, and joining me for this AMSOIL recap, Dan Benham, who is currently out with injury, but joining us here in the booth tonight. So give us an update. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. Yeah, I got some really good news on my knee. I don't need any surgery, and everything should heal on its own. So I don't want to say exactly when I'll be back, but I'm hoping for to be back at ERX.
Well, we can't wait, and I know it's been a great night for Warnert Racing, and we'll get to that. Starting out with Pro Snowbike tonight, and this weekend actually, Troy Horbody, he was a newcomer to the top step of the podium. He was able to go for the overall sweep. We saw Keaton Ward take second overall tonight, and a newcomer to the podium this season, but a woman who's historically done well in the state of South Dakota, Jackie Reese, able to get third overall. So an exciting finish. Jesse Kirchmeyer, his streak has been broken, but he's still been up there in the mix. And on to Pro Women. We saw tonight 5 wins for Megan Brodeur, and after a weekend sweep, 5 wins for Maylene Anderson.
Some good racing. Those girls, they were going fast this weekend. I was pumped. They were doing the triple, doing the doubles. Yeah, I was pretty excited about that.
It was good. We saw some bumping and banging. We saw Inanna Hauger with another great start. She was battling it out with Jackie Farmer tonight. So all in all, great racing by our Pro Women. And how about Pro Light tonight? New winner, Carson Allred. What do you think about him?
Oh, that's good, especially after seeing the heartbreak that he had in Deadwood with breaking like the A-arm or something like that. Yeah, I'm sure he's super excited. I'm sure the whole Judgment Motorsports team is thrilled with that.
Most definitely. And last night we saw Jordan LaBelle, who went out and won this thing. But tonight we had Riley Bester with his season best finish in second, his first podium of the season. And that was a big redemption round. And I'm sure a breath of fresh air and relief for Riley Bester and the Team LaValle and Fratellone Racing crew. So great run for him. But also rounding out the podium for Pro Light, we had Bailey Force with another season best finish.
Incredible. Yeah. And he qualified, I think, number 2. So that was super solid. Good night for him.
Most definitely. And pro racing, the Class 2 tough to be tamed. We saw Elias Ischel back on the top step tonight, and that was exciting. His 21st career win. But Hunter Patnode, what did you think of that performance?
Honestly, I thought that was textbook. Like, he just hung on to Elias for as long as he could. He didn't make any mistakes, and it didn't look like he was overriding either. Which, you know, when you're up in that position, he hasn't had any podiums, I don't think, in the pro class. Maybe he has, but yeah, he just rode solid.
He really did, and that was, I know him and the shearing crew are so pumped about that, but you know, your team as well, Warnert Racing, to see Francis back-to-back podiums this weekend. What's the energy like over at the awning?
That's great. Honestly, we needed that, just a little bit of consistency, especially with me being gone. Frank definitely stepped up big, and yeah, he's just riding really solid. He didn't make many mistakes kind of all weekend, so yeah, I think he's going to be solid the rest of the season.
I really think so too, and we talked about on the broadcast team, he is so close to completing that podium trifecta. Now he's just chasing that first career pro win, but one of our pro rookies. So all in all, a great weekend for racing. It really started out tonight with the FXR Sport Final, and it continued throughout the night. So Dan, let me ask you in closing here, look at the track this weekend. Would you say it was relatively consistent from night 1 to night 2?
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't many changes. Honestly, the track was just deep. Like, there was a lot of like steep whoops. You couldn't override the track. You just had to just be smooth, hit the downsides, because if you didn't hit the downside, you'd lose all your momentum. So no, I thought actually the racing was really good. Honestly, when I first got here, I was kind of bummed just to see an oval with how much snow they had, you know. But honestly, it was I think it was a good track.
Now looking forward to the next couple of rounds. We have a weekend off here, but we're going back to ERX Motor Park for the Pirtek Snocross National. So are you excited to see snowcross racing back at ERX?
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, I think they could do a little bit better job with the track this time. Honestly, just with the snow and the facility they have, I think it could be a really incredible racetrack.
I would have to agree with you there. Well, Dan Benham from Warnert Racing, thank you so much for joining me here for this AMSOIL race recap. We'll see you next time.